Hello dear students and welcome back to my channel. This video is regarding inter second year English exam. Many students don't know how to present the paper. So in this video we'll see a student's paper. We'll see how the student has presented and what mistakes to avoid. So this is an English paper. The student has done one mistake, that is starting with section A summaries. Always start the paper with section B, section C, then section A. As you know that section A carries only 24 marks and section B and C together carry 56 marks. So in the exam you try to manage the time. Take 1.5 hours for section B and C and another 1.5 hours for writing summaries. Total 6 answers you need to write, 2 in each bit. Anyway, let's see the answers. So first thing you need to do is write the proper bit number, that is bit number 1. Then write subbit number, that is A. So the student has written about the author, but this is a poem, so you must write about the poet. But the details have been written very nicely, like Sarojini Naidu, the poetess. She was a freedom fighter, Nightingale of India as called by Mahatma Gandhi. Her famous work was The Golden Threshold and it was written in 1905. So students, if you know the years correctly, only then you write, otherwise not. Then comes the side heading explanation. So this poem is about, this way you can write, or how the student began. The poem is a patriotic lyric and then talking about Mother India, how the poet expresses love, the people of all religions have come together, breaking the chains of troubles, and it's a call for Mother India to awaken and get freedom from Britishers. Indians are ready to protect, serve and worship and they salute Mother India. Mother India is called by different names, the Queen, the Goddess, all these things you can mention. Then the message of the poem is, whatever is the message you can write this way. Then moving on to B. Now over here the student forgot to write the main bit number, that is bit number 1. So after writing the main bit number, write the sub bit number, that is B. Then write about the poet. The poem's name is On the Grasshopper and Cricket, it must come. Then the poet's name is John Keats. Then writing about his famous work, and this is your about the poet. Then explanation. In explanation you explain the whole story. It should be, this poem is about the grasshopper who sings in summer, the cricket who sings in winter, the two symbols of nature. So both have a similar voice. The first 8 lines are called octave, the last 6 lines are called sestet. All these details you can mention. Then you write the message of the poem. The message of the poem is, here the student has written lesson is, but this is a poem. Okay, now moving on to the next bit. In the next bit, bit number 2, correct. Then subbit number A, how to avoid foolish opinions. So you can write the lesson's name in the answer also. No need to write a separate heading. Then write about the author. Author's name, Bertrand Russell. He was multifaceted genius. Then he was a mathematician. His famous works are this and this. Then you write the explanation, how he talks about Aristotle, Chinese customs, illogical customs. Also mention the 5 ways in which you can avoid foolish ideas. Then talk about persecution, that is bad treatment. Then talk about arithmetic and theology. And then finally talk about, we must not have human pride because we are a small part of this big universe. And ultimately you write the message. It should be, the message of the lesson is, not poem. Student has written poem and slash over here, so no need to write like that. This is a lesson, so you'll write for lesson. All these easy answers I have already uploaded, students. You can check the playlist given in the comment section. Now, solution to plastic pollution. But student forgot to write main bit number again. So number 2B. So it's important to write both, students. So about the author, there's no author for this. So student must not write about the author, as it is an article taken from the internet about Raja Gopalan Vasudevan, who worked at TCE, an Indian scientist. Then you write the explanation, that this lesson is about his research work at TCE, how he found the permanent solution to plastic waste. Dr. Kalam motivated him. He got a chance in Clean India campaign to talk about his technology. Then you talk about the benefits of plastic roads. Then you tell that he gave it free to the Indian government. Then write the message, whatever you have understood from the lesson. So maximum what you can get is 3.5. If you are writing a flawless paper, only then 4 marks. So this is the third bit. Third bit A, about the author again. This is The Woman on Platform Number 8, written by Ruskin Bond. His famous work is The Blue Umbrella. He won Padma Shri Award. All these things you write. Then explanation. This story is about Arun, a schoolboy, 12-year-old. All these details you must mention. How a strange woman met him in a white sari, took him to the station dining room, offered him food, listened to him like a mother. All these things you must write. Then how he starts hating Satish's mother because of her rude behavior, and ultimately you write the message of the story, that it teaches us how to identify good and bad people. Then at last, bit number C. Again, the student forgot to write the main bit number, that is 3. So 3C, an interview. So information about the author, Richard Jordan, and how he was a British writer and his doctor series of novels became very popular. He was a surgeon. Then you write the explanation that this story talks about his personal life experience, how he wanted admission into Senswithin's medical school, and for that he had to attend an interview. In the interview, the secretary of the dean had asked 3 questions. What were the 3 questions? That also you must mention. Then, how the dean questioned him about rugby, and impressed by his young personality and wings 3/4 position that he used to play, the dean announced that Richard, you are selected in this interview. So, Richard felt that the interview was very easy, superfluous, and the questions were not related to the profession. Then, lastly, you write the message. The message of the story is that it teaches us how to conduct interviews in real life and also the procedure. Now, moving on to bit number 4, the student forgot to write section B on top. So, bit number 4 you must write, and then sub bit number. In this bit, you need to learn passages from all 4 short stories. For example, in the first one, the question was, who is I refer to? So you can write, I refers to the secretary of the medical school. So, like this, to the point, you must write the answers. Now, see this third question. What were the games mentioned in the passage? So, the student has written the answer as rugby and football are the games mentioned in the passage. So in the exam you'll get 6 questions. Out of 6, any 4 you need to do for 1 mark each. So total 4 marks you can get in bit number 4. Then moving on to bit number 5. These are unseen passages that come from your textbook. So this passage was on Gumuduru inscription. In this one also, if you see the third question, what are the 2 languages mentioned in the passage? The 2 languages are Kannada and Telugu. Then next question is, what is the meaning of the word scholar in the passage? It means a knowledgeable person. So in this bit also you'll get 6 questions, out of which any 4 you need to do. Each one will carry 1 mark, total 4 marks you can get. Now moving on to bit number 6. Bit number 6 is advertisement. So after reading the advertisement, you'll answer some questions. In this one also you'll get 6 questions, out of which you have to do 4. This way you have to write main bit number, that is 6, then 1, 2, 3, 4. For example, the first question was, how many books does the library have? So total is 10,000 books you can mention. Or the last one, the question was, when is International Book Day celebrated? Answer is, the International Book Day is celebrated on 23rd April. So properly in full complete sentences you must write, or one word. Now moving on to bit number 7, that is bar graph. So either bar graph or pie chart, any one will come definitely. So for this also you must write bit number 7 and 1 to 4 Roman numbers. Again you'll get 6 questions, 1 mark each. So the second question was that which is the least populated city? So the student has written Pune is the least populated city. So the student has started directly bit number 8 after bit number 6. So after 6 you must do 7 and then only come to 8. So bit number 8 is punctuations. So student has written the complete sentence properly with correct answers, but one mistake the student has done, that is forgetting to underline the changes they made in the sentence. Means the punctuation marks must be underlined. Okay, so this way you need to write. Then So you need to find 8 punctuations. Each one carries half mark, total 4 marks. So down student has done one extra also, but again student forgot to underline. Now moving on to the next bit, that is bit number 9, one word substitute. In this you have to match the answers, but don't match this way how the student has matched. The student has done correct answers, but the way of matching is wrong. You must not match this way in the exam. You must write bit number 9, then 1, 2, 3, and then A, B, C, D. Okay? So again, out of 6, any 4 you need to do. 1 mark each. So what happens if you match it this way and not write what I have shown? The teacher who is correcting your paper might overlook the answers and wrongly mark your answers. So even if you have written correctly, the teacher thinks that you have written for a wrong bit and you won't be given marks for it. Then the next one is bit number 10. Bit number 10 is idioms. In idioms, the student has written bit number 10, correct bit numbers also, sub-bit numbers A, B, C, D. The only thing is, do not write questions. The full question the student has written, I mean the full sentence, you can just directly write bit number 10, A, thrill to the bits. Bit number 2, B, feather in Rajamouli's cap. So in some idioms you must do certain changes, like the fourth one, that is D. In this one the question was leave no stone unturned. So leave will change to left, that is past tense. Usually for some sentences we have to do this. And also if you see this bit, in this feather in Rajamouli's cap. So Rajamouli is not mentioned in the question, but Bahubali movie was made by Rajamouli. So you must write that. It was an achievement of Rajamouli. So feather in Rajamouli's cap means his success, his achievement. So just be careful with slight idiomatic changes, otherwise you'll lose on marks. Now moving on to bit number 12, that is filling in forms. In this one also just write bit number 12, then 1 to 10, branch name, date, name of the account holder, that is Lakshmi. Sometimes students write their own names, don't do like that. Even for signature, you don't do your own signature, do Lakshmi's signature. Then PAN card number, mobile number, home branch is same, Mancherial branch, because only one branch name is mentioned. If two were mentioned, then home branch would be different and main branch would be different. Another mistake the student has done is writing bit number 5 last. Bit number 5 must be written before bit number 6 in serial order. Now let's see the next bit. The next bit is bit number 13, curriculum vitae. So I have removed the student's name for privacy concerns. You can start writing the CV with any name. So I have written Veronica, then I'm writing Veronica's address, then phone number, and then email ID also of Veronica, veronica@gmail.com. Then career objective, looking for a dynamic qualitative organization with esteemed competitive environment. So instead of writing this way, you can write in a simple way, that is to apply for the post of maths teacher or English teacher in your respected school. I have uploaded an easy and simple format of CV. Check the playlist students. Next is qualifications. In qualifications, you need to remember 5 headings. In the last heading, the student forgot to write board. So inter and 10th will be from BSc and TGBIE. So student has done one mistake over here, that is instead of writing directly 10th class, student has written 1 to 10th class. Okay, you must not write like that. Directly 10th class you must write. So 10th class from Board of Secondary Education. Then above that intermediate from TGBIE or TSBIE, both are fine. Then BSc from Osmania University, B.Ed from OU. Any colleges, random college names you can write. Years you have to be careful. 18 to 19, 1 year 10th, then 2 years intermediate, 3 years graduation and 2 years B.Ed. Then in aggregate you can write any percentages. Then in work experience you must make a table of 4 headings, that is institute or college, designation means post, year, course or class. If you taught in a college, then course. If taught in a school, then class. So here the student has written one college name and then assistant professor in maths, then the year and then MPC maths, means taught MPC classes. In the second one, the student has written again experience but 2026. So this one must come on top. Okay. First you must write the latest one and then the oldest must come down. So this way you have to write about the work experience, and then coming down to technical skills. Technical skills are any computer skills you can write. Then other skills are your, that is, you are a good team player or fast adopting nature, friendly nature, all these things are other skills. Then communications, you can write that you have good teaching methods and good communication skills, fluency, any two languages you can write. Then references is very important. Here the student has written the name, the qualification in bracket, but forgot to mention the post. So either you can write a lecturer or principal, then you can mention any college name, random, and then mention a place where it is located. The next line you write place Hyderabad, and in the same line right side you write the same name with which you started the CV. The next bit is bit number 15, note making. In note making, you read the passage, underline the keywords, then give a suitable title. Half mark is for the title, and then make 8 points. Over here, the student made very nice small points but forgot to make total 8 points. At least 8 points must be there, otherwise, you will not get full mark, students. So student has written only 6 points. After that, I have mentioned over here that at least 8 points must be written. And if you have doubt in your 8 points also, then 10 points you must write. Okay. Then the student tried to make a flow chart, but it was incomplete. The functions were missing. At least functions you must write one point about cerebrum, cerebellum, and medulla oblongata. So that's why the student lost half a mark. I have cut only half mark, but in the exam they'll cut more marks. So either you can write points or you can draw like this. Okay. Now moving on to the next bit, that is bit number 17. So again the student has done one more mistake. Instead of writing bit number 16, wrote bit number 17 first. So it's not in serial order. So the dialogue was to congratulate your friend on passing inter first year. The student has made two names on their own, that is Sia and Dia, but no need to write such numbers over here, okay? Like 1, 2, 3. You must not mention like that. The dialogue is well written in proper English, and so if Sia is asking something, then Dia is answering in the next line. This is how a dialogue should be, and using proper language. Now let us see how many exchanges the student has written, means how many dialogues. 1 exchange, 2 exchange, 3, 4, 5. 5 sets of dialogues the student has written. This is one exchange. So for this you'll get full marks, students. Now moving on to the informal letter. The student has written the format correctly. First your from address, then the date, then dear and the person's name, and the letter is also in 3 paragraphs. So in the first paragraph, first line, hi, how are you and all, and you also tell in the second line the reason for writing the letter. Then in the second paragraph you explain about it in detail, like the college's name and classes, the canteen, the library, the facilities. Okay, all these things you must mention. Then leave a line and write the third paragraph. Hope you like my college and so on. So after finishing 3 paragraphs, you leave a line and then write this closing statement. Like take care, see you soon, visit me soon. This is called a closing statement. Then again you must leave a line and write yours lovingly. When you write yours, do not put an apostrophe, okay? Then you write your name and then you write the person's address to whom you are writing the letter. The to address, okay? Now moving on to the next bit, that is bit number 16, that should be written before bit number 17, but student has written this way. So for this one also you must write bit number 16 ABCD and then the word. This bit is word stress. So in this one, if the word is ending with ZETTE, that means you must mark stress on the last syllable, gazette. So mark stress before Z. Then next one is alone. In alone, A is a weak prefix. So after A you must mark stress. Then degree. In degree, DE is also a weak prefix. So stress is after DE. Then delay also same. Then the word 18. Whenever words end with teen or self, they mark stress on teen. Then the word bookshop. Bookshop is a compound word. So for all compound words means two words that join together to form a new word, we mark stress before the word. So the stress will come before book. Next word is technique. So when a word ends with QUE, you mark stress on last syllable. That is technique. So neek is last. Then next word is 60. 60 is a multiple of 10. So multiples of 10 like 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 mark stress before the word. So before 60 we need to mark the stress. Next word is engineer. So whenever it ends with double ER, then last syllable we need to mark the stress. So NG, near. Near is the last one. So before N you can mark the stress. Then the last word is herself. In herself, when a word ends with self or teen, we mark the stress on self itself. Okay. So self we have to mark the stress. I hope I was able to help you. Students, if you think I was able to help you, then don't forget to hype this video and don't forget to contact me on my Telegram ID if you want easy notes. Do check out the playlist that I gave in the comment section and hit the bell icon to get notified for my next upcoming video.